going to be a busy summer at the International House, and Lara Printz joins me right now. First off, Iraqi students, a group. How many students?
There are 9 students and 1 chaperone.
9 students and 1 chaperone. They arrived yesterday,
Yes.
and they're going to be here for how long?
They're going to be here till the 18th of July.
Okay. This is not the first group of Iraqi students that you have
not.
brought over.
No, it's not.
What generally is, let's start with them, what generally is their reaction to life in the United States?
They're very impressed. I mean, they're impressed with the people they meet, particularly, and the connections they make with friends their age and with the adults. They just
do they have? They've got to have some preconceived notions when they arrive here. Are many of them dispelled or no?
People are different situations.
Yeah.
So some people come from some traumatic experiences, and some come from pretty easy, lifestyles.
Right.
So it does vary.
Yeah, but do they come here thinking, oh, it's going to be this way, and then they walk away saying, geez, I didn't realize it was going to be that way?
They all have things that they learn, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they stay with, you look for host families.
Yes.
And speaking of which, you're going to be looking for a number of host families for some students from Mexico.
That's correct.
And they'll be arriving when?
They arrive July 22nd.
What is the responsibility of the host families?
Well, the host families are an ambassador for our guests.
Okay.
They treat them like family. We want them to feel comfortable, to have the guests feel comfortable with them.
Right.
They're with them mainly in the evenings and weekends. They provide transportation to International House in the morning and pick up in the day.
Okay.
And I'm with the group all day, and I encourage the teens to be with us too.
Okay, and so they'll just basically sit around the table with the families and whatnot, and of course they're looking for a place to stay. That would be providing room and board, so to speak.
Yes.
What generally the host families, what do they walk away with?
The host families, it enriches their life, really. I've had so many comments of families telling me their kids were hesitant at first, and then while the group was here, they just felt so at ease with the visitors, and at the end they were thanking the parents for having them.
Okay. As I said, lots going on. Let's talk about the Youth English Tutoring Program. This is essentially ESL, English as a Second Language. You've got a second session that's about to begin.
Yes.
And this is taking place various venues across the city.
Correct,
right?
correct.
And individual tutors for individual, or just for groups?
And we have tutors for groups of kids. A group, it might be a tutor for 4 groups of kids. There might be 50 kids in a venue. And we're partnering with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools to do this.
And this is free?
And it's free, yes. And it's thanks to Wells Fargo Foundation and Levine Foundation that we're able to have the funding for it.
I think a lot of people will be interested in this one, Wines of the World.
Yes, absolutely.
I guess I know about Spanish, French, and Australian, but will you be taking some eclectic wines from different locations?
Yes, we're going to be collecting different wines from different countries.
Yeah.
That'll be next Wednesday night at Levine Museum.
Okay.
5 to 7.
Any interesting countries? Any countries that we might not? When I say interesting, countries we might not expect.
Wow, Henrik on our staff, he could tell you more about that.
And an African art exhibit. That's when?
That's July 30th on a Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
From 10 to 4.
And you can find out all about this. We're going to have some information on the screen to go to your website and find out about that. Lara, much appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you all so much for having me.
That's our end of conversation for today. We'll be right back.